Hello everyone, welcome once again to my channel. It's your boy Luis, and for today's video we're gonna be talking about the official headshots of Miss Universe 2023, which I think are super important because for a lot of people this is the very first impression that they will have of the contestant. So I made sure to go through all of the headshots and pick a selection of 16 that really stood out in my opinion. So initially I had selected over 30 photos, however, not to make this video too long, I trimmed it down to 16. So let me know in the comment section which one is your favorite and who are you rooting for this year. I'm going to see you with all of the picks right after the intro.
Be strong.
Let's start by talking about Miss Cameroon, who I think looks absolutely dashing on her official portrait. I really love how natural this look is on her. As well as the hairstyle, just giving us something different that we don't get to see every single day. And for me, that makes it super interesting. At number 15, we have Miss Canada. Now, this is not a brand new photo. Actually, this is a photo that has been around even before she won Miss Universe Canada. So it takes away a little bit from the surprise element. However, it's undeniable that Madison looks absolutely stunning. Even before she won Miss Canada, it was precisely because of this photo that I started rooting for her and that I felt like she had a chance to win. So this time around, I feel the exact same way about her portrait going forward at Miss Universe. At number 14, we have Miss Puerto Rico, who looks like a world leader in her portrait. When I first saw this photo, it gave me a little bit of a vibe of a corporate job type of photo shoot. I think it fits very well the mold of what Miss Universe looks for, which is normally a lady that it can be a leader, lady that can be in a room full of powerful people and still stand her ground. So I think that this photo is the perfect embodiment of that. As usual, she looks incredible and Miss Puerto Rico never disappoints. Number 13 goes to Miss Spain, and I absolutely love this portrait because I feel like this woman has a very powerful personality. She's very funny, she's very witty, and this time around with her official portrait, we get to see a softer side of her, more of a delicate approach, and I really enjoyed it. Actually, when I first saw this photo, it really reminded me of Chelsea Christ. Immediately brought back beautiful memories, and I think it's a home run. It shows a different side of her, and I think that's a very smart way to go when you want to be introduced to a wider audience. Number 12 goes to Indonesia. Fabienne, I'm happy that I'm talking about her because I thought for a moment that with all of the issues and the things going on, we wouldn't have Indonesia this year at Miss Universe. But luckily, she is here and looking incredible. You know, I'm also very happy to see that Fabienne hasn't given up and that her team is still supporting her, that she has people helping her achieve her vision and look her absolute very best for Miss Universe. I think that this photo is the perfect representation of that. It's nothing too different from what we have seen already, but I think that she's giving us precisely the best of what we are already familiar with. So for me, this was definitely a very effective headshot. Number 11 goes to Miss Ukraine, and this is the first time that I get to talk about her here on my channel. Honestly, this photo just blew me away. When I first saw her, I thought for a moment that this was a painting. Definitely the person who was in charge of photography here, props to you. I really love the contrast that this photo creates between the background and what she's wearing, her very fair skin as well. And what I really like here is the attention to details with the ring that she's wearing with the pigeon symbolizing peace, especially given the situation in Ukraine as of right now. I mean, and besides all of those things, just in terms of her beauty, I think that this photo really gets the best of her, really represents her fairly, and it's just a home run. Let me know if you like it as well. The 10th position goes to India. Shweta looking incredible as usual. For this photo, similar to my commentary about Indonesia, I think that it also applies to India. This is nothing extremely different from what we have seen already of her in the past, but the photo is very effective at presenting her at her very best. I mean, just look at the very subtle makeup that really accentuates all her features. Look at the jawline, the definition. Lord, I pray that one day my jawline looks like this. I love that this is not trying too hard. It's nothing crazy. It's simply Shweta and her natural beauty. What else do you want? Now at number 9, I'm really excited to talk about South Africa. Bryony has been working hard. I knew that she will have a lot of support and we are starting to see the results. I mean, just look at the transformation. This woman looks exquisite. Back in the day when she competed at Miss South Africa, we had a lot of criticism about the performance, the presence on stage. But of course, we know that once you get that title, once you get the right to represent the country at Miss Universe, the preparation will be intensive. I think that the team has effectively transformed Bryony for the absolute best. And this photo is the perfect representation of that. She is giving me diva vibes, a glam, elevated, dramatic, cinematic version of Bryony, and I cannot wait to see her perform at Miss Universe. This photo is just the perfect introduction headshot for me. At number 8 on the list, we have Miss Lebanon, someone that was just crowned a few days ago and is already making a big impression at Miss Universe. We don't get to talk about Arabic countries so much at Miss Universe, so I'm really happy to see a representative that not only is standing out, but that is also doing it in a very classy, elevated, refined way. The makeup is so effective in this photo, and the way that she connects with the camera with those eyes, I mean, I wouldn't change a thing. I also really like the contrast between the background and the very dark blue of the dress, because it honestly just brings the attention to the face, and that's all I want to look at, right? So this one, very effective. Keep it up, Miss Lebanon. I'll be watching you. Number 7 on the list goes to Miss Chile, another one of the delegates that perhaps I have overlooked up until this point, but after looking at this photo, gosh, the caliber. This woman is so beautiful, and what I really like about her photo is that other than beauty, you can also feel the personality come through the image. That's a very difficult thing to achieve in my opinion. Not everyone is able to do that. And I think that this photo is perfect at doing that. Not only we see an extremely beautiful young woman, but also a woman with charisma, with personality, who will for sure leave a long-lasting impression on the stage of Miss Universe. So I'm really looking forward to her performance. I know a few people who work in the team of Miss Universe Chile, and everyone is telling me to expect the unexpected, and this photo is just the beginning. At number 6 on the list, let's talk about Miss Colombia, who is already breaking boundaries and showing that mothers can do it just as well as any other woman. I really love what they did here with this portrait, especially going with the golden gown and the lighting from the back, just giving you this photo shoot that feels very inspired by a goddess. Miss Colombia has very defined and strong facial features that I think are beautifully accentuated here on this portrait. Nothing crazy going on with the makeup again, so I think that that's something that most of the contestants this year went for. So keep it as natural as possible in terms of the look, and this also applies to Miss Colombia. I think that they really focused more on the hair, but also more on the flow of the photo, making sure that the wind is hitting the hair, that we have lighting from the back, that she is shining from everywhere. So I think that they found the perfect balance between production value and still accentuating her natural beauty. Officially getting into the top 5, let's talk about Miss Thailand. Antonia Porcel, one of the fan favorites for the entire pageant, even to win the pageant perhaps. And of course, she couldn't disappoint with her introduction photo, because this is a first impression, as I said earlier. I'm actually really gonna praise her here, because I feel like ever since she won Miss Universe Thailand, even during her time at Miss Universe Thailand, Antonia always goes above and beyond in terms of the styling and the makeup. Some people say that sometimes it's even so much that she doesn't even look like her former self before. I think that this photo, they find the perfect balance between going big and glam and also just accentuating Antonia. You know, we can see, of course, that she's wearing makeup. We can see that their hair is styled, but there's nothing too colorful, too bright, too distracting. It's purely Antonia being her beautiful self, which she is already very good at, right? And even in terms of accessories, they didn't go for any crazy necklace whatsoever. They kept it simple. Just a little earring to add a little final touch, but the rest is just Antonia's beauty. At number 4 on the list, or should I say cuatro, because it goes to Nicaragua. I am so in love with Chinese, and just wait and see, you guys, whenever I update my prediction list for Miss Universe for the month of October, you guys will see how much this woman went up on my ranking. I am just happy with everything that she has been doing, with her presentations, with her look, with her charisma, with the interviews. Everything that she has been putting out is just golden. This photo, I just absolutely love, wearing black and white and fairly simple makeup and hairstyling. But the personality that this photo exudes, it's so hard to achieve. I think that this woman connects with the camera so well. And this is maybe one of the things that we have overlooked about her. Not only she's extremely beautiful, but she has a very commercial appeal that I believe the organization might want to take advantage of. If she's able to achieve this level of portrait with such simplicity, imagine what she could do with a full-on production. At number 3 on the list, we have Philippines with Michelle D. Maybe because I've been following Michelle for a long time, I know and I appreciate how much effort went into this portrait. Let's talk about it. Let's start with the things that we are familiar with, which is perhaps Michelle's expression. She is not one of these girls that will give you exuberant personality on the stage or anything crazy going on. She's a very calm, serious, collected person. And I think I get this vibe from the photo. Now, most of the effort is put on everything else. For example, Michelle is known for rocking her signature short hair or long hair. Here they went for a bun in the background. So they're already switching it up a little bit. In a very smart way, they also decided to highlight one of the sponsors of Miss Universe Philippines, which is Jewel Mer. I'm also wearing my little Jewel Mer myself. They're a luxury jewelry and pearl company here in the Philippines who does incredible pieces. They're one of the main sponsors of Miss Universe Philippines. So I think that bringing their pieces to the portrait for the official introduction is just incredible. And I mean, Michelle looks absolutely incredible in it. In terms of what she's wearing, this feels so editorial. This was definitely not a simple photo shoot. Michelle, just do your makeup and go take the photo. You can feel that there was a whole production just for this particular photo. It's a great indicator of how invested Michelle D is. You know, some people are saying, you know, she doesn't have the personality, she doesn't have this and that. But I think that Michelle is going in for the kill. She has a great team behind herself, and I just know that they're gonna put so much effort into it. So if this is just the introduction, I cannot wait to see the full performance. Let's talk about my number 2 on the list, which goes to Venezuela. Diana is looking at the camera like she wants to steal the crown just with her look. Through this portrait, I just can feel her desire to do well at Miss Universe, to represent Venezuela the best as she possibly can. And I can feel the hunger and motivation that she has in her heart to give her absolute very best. On the opposite end of most people who decided to go with neutral color or very light or dark colors, Diana went here with a pop of color. This pink garment that she's wearing kind of illuminates and brings life to the photo, which I really like. And combined with that look and how much personality she is presenting through the photo, it's just perfect for me. Besides that, of course, she's absolutely stunning. So the fact that she's able to present herself so well. Diana also has a very strong commercial appeal. I'm really looking forward to see how she will present herself in person and how far in the competition she's able to make it. Last but not least, my number 1 pick from all of the headshots goes to Mexico. The last time that I made a video about Miss Universe predictions, Mexico had just been crowned and I didn't have enough time to really get into her or get to know her so well. But man, let me tell you, this woman has been shining ever since. I'm honestly surprised at how fast she has been able to win the fandom's love and support in such a short amount of time. And especially considering that she's coming from one of the countries in Latin America that really supports the candidates that they send to Miss Universe, but that also put a lot of pressure on them. She's handling it like a pro. This photo I just appreciate because of its simplicity. It's just so effortlessly beautiful that I feel like without even trying, she is giving us her best look just yet. Very natural makeup with a beautiful hairstyle and very dark colors, which ultimately just bring the attention to her face. One thing that I really like about this portrait in particular is that, for example, if I compare it to number 2 with Miss Venezuela, Venezuela was looking straight at the camera like she wanted to go for that crown. Miss Mexico here is a little bit more subtle. She's slightly looking to the side, which for me makes it feel even more delicate, borderline a little innocent, which ultimately makes her shine even brighter. So let me know in the comment section if you agree with my comments, with my picks, and who was your standout. I also want to hear who you guys are rooting for and mostly impressed by. So I will be reading you in the comment section down below, but if you want to watch more Miss Universe content, just click on this video right here. Okay, I will see you on the next one, guys. Bye now.